Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought I would do today is I've got this huge starfish tray mold, and I'm going to make this because when I went on the cruise, I found a few little ducks and a little frog, and I want to put them in this. So what I thought I would do is do the starfish, let it cure, demold it, put some blues in it like it's water, and then stick the little ducks and things in it like they're swimming around. So I have 8 ounces of resin in here. I have not mixed it yet because I'm going to mix it once I put everything in it. So I have this gold shimmer from Color Passion. It's an interference powder. Let me get it opened over here. Wait. I thought it would be pretty. So I'm going to take a scoop of that. Maybe a little bit more since I'm using a paste. Okay. Isn't that pretty? And then, of course, I'm putting some gold Super Sparkle by Color Passion. Both of these are by Color Passion. I will link them in the description. Okay, I want just a little gold Super Sparkle. You know, a little of this goes a long way. You don't really need a whole lot. Okay. And then I'm going to use this beige paste by Just Resin. I haven't used it before either. So this gives me the opportunity to try some of my stuff that I've had over there and haven't tried it yet. Okay, let's get this mixed up. I haven't had this that long. I bought it about a month ago, maybe. Okay. I don't want this really heavy because I'm putting all that other in there. So that's all I think I'm going to use. All right. Let's see what this is going to give us. I want it to be somewhat the color of a starfish, but I want it to have that gold shimmer to it also. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to mix this up, put it in the debubbler, and once it's done and we're ready to pour, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I got this mixed up. I've had it in the debubbler for 8 minutes. I did put another scoop of the gold shimmer in here, just because I couldn't see the gold. So I did. Now, it's got a little more of a gold hint to it. Alright, so let's get this poured into this mold. I don't know how much it's going to hold, but I did mix up 8 ounces. I hope that's enough, but I'm not sure it's going to be. This is a huge starfish. Wow. I think he needs a couple more ounces. Okay. Scrape everything we can out of here. Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to have to mix up at least 2 more ounces. Because that just isn't going to cut it. All right. And the color just hasn't mixed up very well down in there. See if we can get it to mix up a little better. I know I'm introducing bubbles, but I'm trying to keep them in the center. That way I can pop them. All right, I'm going to mix up 2 more ounces and finish filling this up. I'll see you guys back after I fill this up when it's time to demold and do the next step. I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so this I think has cured up enough. It feels pretty solid that I think we can get it demolded and do our blue. I do have 2 ounces of resin sitting here, but I haven't mixed it yet. I put in part A, part B, it's 1-to-1 resin. And I thought that we'd get this demolded. It's really pretty. I will have to trim the bottom, of course, because it still needed about 1 ounce, and I didn't feel like mixing up another ounce. All right. Here we go. Let's flip this thing back up. So 11 ounces if you guys do this mold. He is good size. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize that he was that soft on the bottom. Wow. Let's reshape those corners. Everywhere else was completely cured. I guess except for the bottom. He's cured inside. All right. So, I've got 2 ounces of resin. I'm going to mix this up. And I'm going to use this Candy Blue Just Resin Pigment Paste for my water. If I think it's too dark, then I will add a drop of white. So let's just mix this for a second. Okay. I know it's not going to be mixed very well, but I'm still going to mix it after I put the paste in. Make sure you scrape your sides when you're mixing your resin. You don't want uncured resin pieces in there. All right, now let's just scrape this off because I want to clean this stick off. I don't want to put it into my paste and it have resin on it, because then it will cure and I'll have hard bits of resin floating in my paste, and I don't want that. All right, let's open this up. I think I've used this before. Yeah. Isn't that a beautiful color? Just give it a quick little mix. Okay. I don't want to use very much. I think that's all I'm going to use. All right, let's see what color we're going to get. Oh, I think that'll be pretty. It is still transparent, so that's good. It won't be once I pour it in there, I'm sure, because it'll look more like it is in the cup instead of up on the sides. Oh, that is really pretty color. All right, guys, I'm going to finish mixing this up, and I will come back when it's time to pour. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, so I got my resin mixed up, and we are just going to pour this down in there. I'm not going to fill this up very much. I know that you could fill it up as much as you want, but I don't want to fill it up too much. I just want to put 2 ounces in there because I'm still going to put some clear on there. Not much. I'm only going to do 1 ounce of clear and then set my ducks and things down in there and my little frog. I wish I had like little lily pads or something. That'd be cute, wouldn't it? Some little lily pads floating around in there. Okay, just scrape all this out of the cup here. All right, last scrape. Okay, here we go. Get that to drip off there. Oh, it's going to drip again. There we go. Turn my cup upside down over here and let it drain. And then clean my stick off. Okay. My little torch. Just pop a few bubbles that's popped up in there. Alright guys, we'll let that cure up and then come back and do our next coat. So I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so this is cured up. I have 30 gram or 1 ounce of resin mixed up here. I'm just going to put 1 little drop of blue in there. Just 1. This is a very light blue. I don't know what brand it is. I've had it forever. That means it probably came from Amazon. But I just want just a slight blue tint to my resin. And I forgot I was going to do a little white. So let's get out just a little bit here. It's going to be for some white. And I'm not going to do very much of that either. Alright. I'm not worried about the bubbles because I'm going to take a heat gun to it anyways. And pop those bubbles. And this is just 1 ounce, so it's not really going to be very thick at all. I just wanted enough to where my animals, when I set them in there, they will kind of sit down in there and be stuck. You could also glue them on there, your little ducks and things, but I don't want to glue them. I want to put them right down in the resin to make it look like they're swimming. Let's get all of this out. You see all them little micro bubbles there? And I know that's micro bubbles because I didn't mix the resin up in this cup. I mixed it up in another cup and poured it in here. Okay. Drip off. Clean this stick off. Now let's mix up a little white as that is sitting. I'm using the Ocean White epoxy resin pigment because I want to put a little white behind these and make it look like they're moving through the water, hopefully. Okay, I don't need much white because there's not a lot of resin in here. There we go. Alright, just enough to color. Now I've got it all over me. Okay, let's mix this up. Okay. Might need a little more than that. I've mixed up a little extra resin. Because I'd rather have too much than not enough, because I'm going to do another project too. I've actually got that resin in the debubbler. Okay. There we go. Don't want it to be streaky. Try to get all that white off that stick that I put on there. Okay, I think that's good. Let me set that out of the way. Now let me get my heat gun. See if we can, whoops, I'm stuck. Oh, how that wraps around that every time. I don't even get it near it. And still, every time I go to use it, it's wrapped around my light. Okay. Let's pop some bubbles. This will also heat the resin up. You don't want to do it too much because you don't want to end up causing it to flash cure. See all those bubbles around the edges? Alright guys, I'm going to let this sit for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and put my white that I mixed up in there. And then put my little animals in it. So, I'll see you guys shortly. Alright guys, so I've waited longer than I wanted to. So this has got a little thick. I'm hoping it will still work. I'm going to put that out for the little big ducky. And then I'm going to put a little bit down here for the little duckies. And get my heat gun. Let's see if we can blow that back a little bit. Okay. Now, where's my alcohol? Do a little spritz of alcohol. Don't know if it'll remain with sales, but we'll see. Now we're going to put our little big ducky right there. And we're going to take our little tiny duckies and set them back here in the back. Like they're following the big duck. Now the little frog, I'm just going to take a little bit of glue. This E7000 glue that I got with something. I think it was some gemstones or something that I bought. Just going to put a little bit of that on there. And I am going to stick him right there on the edge. And hopefully he doesn't fall in. Because I know my luck. And I hope he'll sit right there. This glue usually sits up pretty good. And he fell off. Okay, I'll sit him back up there. Alright guys, we're going to leave that alone and let that cure up. I'm going to move that little duck back just a little bit. Alright. We'll let it cure up and I wonder if I can pull some of that white up toward him. I kind of want it all the way around the big duck. Make it look like he's kind of pulling through, you know. And my cells have gone. Of course, I knew they would, but anyways, we will let that cure up, and that'll be it. I'll just snap a photo at the end. So I'll see you guys back when it's next video. Bye.